everyone, welcome back to the Mode Report YouTube channel, your report on all things fashion and lifestyle. I think the idea of a capsule wardrobe can sometimes be a little boring. They are always associated with the same collection of capsule pieces that just don't really reflect a lot of individuality or personal style. It's always white t-shirt, black trousers, striped t-shirt, and that's great if that is part of what your style is made up of, but it's not always the case for everyone. A capsule wardrobe should be more of a concept than a list. It's about finding those building blocks to your wardrobe, things that are going to help marry up other items that you have so that you always have something to wear and pieces that go with everything in your wardrobe. And they don't always have to be boring. They are there to serve a purpose and be practical, but I do also think that they can reflect your personal style too. So today I wanted to show you some of my most worn pieces through autumn that have become my capsule collection, and some of them fit the more kind of traditional bracket and then others don't. But what I was thinking I would do is talk you through this collection of pieces, and hopefully it will help elaborate on what I'm talking about when it comes to personal style and your own version of a capsule wardrobe. I'll tell you why they work for me and my own personal style, and hopefully this will give you some inspiration and maybe some guidance on how you can start building your own capsule wardrobe. Starting with tops, the first item that I have to show you is this navy sleeveless knit tabard, whatever you want to call it. I absolutely love this, and I think it is such a great layering piece for autumn, and I love doing a little bit of layering at this time of year. I think it's a really great way to experiment with your own style and create some unique looks. I love the navy colour for a start. I think this just works with so many of my other clothes, and I like to pair this with a long sleeve top underneath, a blue shirt for a bit more of like a tonal dressing look, and of course a white shirt would also work really well with this, but I actually don't have one. I think a white shirt is actually a really good example of one of those traditionally capsule pieces that a lot of people have in their wardrobe. I do like a white shirt, I actually just don't like it too much on me. I think a lot of white actually washes me out, and that's one of the reasons that I don't find myself wanting to wear something like that. But I also think it's quite a formal piece, and obviously you can dress it down. It's very versatile, but to me I find it a bit too formal, so it's never something that I feel like wearing by itself. But for layering I definitely would, but as I said, I actually don't have one in my wardrobe at all. But anyway, back to the sleeveless knit slash tabard, whatever we're calling it. I think this is just such an elevated item. It's just so chic, but I feel like it requires very little effort. It's really easy to make this look elevated and quite unique with the kind of layering that you can do, but it really is just very simple. And it's such a great variation to other jumpers, because I don't know about you guys, but basically from October to March, jumpers is literally all I wear because it is so cold, and it can get a little bit boring by the time January rolls around. So having something that is still quite practical, quite warm and cozy, but looks stylish and is just a bit of a change from the constant knitwear is a really nice option that I like having in my wardrobe. I also think this transitions quite well to spring, which is also why it's such a good go-to for me. If the weather is warm enough, you could definitely pair this with just like a white t-shirt underneath. I think that'd look really chic too. The next top that I have is this black scoop neck long sleeve top, and this is such an easy basic. Like this I think is one of those items that probably does fit into quite a traditional capsule wardrobe, and for me it's actually something that I really love. This makes a great evening wear top, and you might be thinking it's quite basic for an evening, but I have quite a casual dress sense. I don't really have a designated going out wardrobe or any pieces really. I tend to just rely on my everyday clothes, and I dress them up with accessories and bags and hair and makeup and that kind of thing, because that's just what my style is like. So having an item like this black top, which I think is quite sleek, it's obviously quite tight and it's tighter than anything else I own. It's got the scoop neck, it's black, it's just a really easy, seamless piece to wear with a pair of jeans and maybe a pair of heeled boots or something like that. And it just makes the outfit just look a little bit more sleek and evening appropriate. And I keep this in my wardrobe year round because it's just always something I can rely on and fall back on if I don't know what to wear for an evening out, or if I just need to look a little bit more dressed up as well. So onto trousers and jeans. The first pair that I have to show you is my Levi's ribcage jeans, which I did recently get. So this isn't an item that's obviously had a lot of longevity in my wardrobe, but conceptually I've been missing this item for a really long time. And I'm such a denim person. I've said this in so many videos. I mean, I made an entire video dedicated to the Levi's ribcage jeans, but I love jeans. I wear them all the time. I wear them for daytime, for work, for going out. So they're a really important go-to in my wardrobe and something that I pair with everything, which is why they are very Capsule to me. And a pair of dark denim straight leg jeans feels like an absolute go-to at this time of year. I love darker denim. I think just darker colours in general for autumn winter is very stylish and something that I like to wear. I feel like it goes with a lot of my knitwear and just other existing things in my wardrobe, so it's really easy to make so many different outfits out of a pair of darker straight leg jeans. I also think just the fact that they are a very classic straight leg makes them very versatile. I don't have to worry about pairing them with certain things. For example, a pair of wide leg jeans, you might go for slightly different tops just to balance out how wide they are, and the same when it comes to shoes as well. But a pair of straight legs, you just cannot go wrong, and this is something that I wear all the time and they are an absolute go-to. The last pair of trousers that I have to show you are this pair of kind of grey, beige, greyish colour wool trousers, which are tailored and kind of a wide leg, and I absolutely love these. The reason that these work so well in my Capsule collection is because they provide a really great alternative to jeans and black trousers, because I think at this time of year when it's so cold, outfits can become very repetitive because you're dressing for practicality. Usually becomes just slightly different variations of jumpers and jeans or jumpers and trousers, and that's all well and good, but sometimes it can be a little boring. So I love this pair of trousers because they are a slightly different colour to other things that I have in my wardrobe, but they're very neutral, so they go with everything. Really easy to dress up, dress down. They're obviously quite smart, but the way I tend to wear them is quite casually because that's just how I dress. So a lot of the time it's with jumpers and trainers, but if I wanted to, I could pair it with, say, the black scoop neck top and a pair of heels and a belt, and I can accessorize, and it's a really great evening outfit. They're just very versatile. So to end on a couple of outerwear pieces, the first is this brown quilted collarless jacket, which is another thing that hasn't been in my wardrobe for a very long time, but the idea of it again is something that I've wanted to fill a gap. And it's a very practical jacket. It's really warm. It's not waterproof, but it's kind of water resistant, repellent in a way. It's essentially better than a wool coat, which is definitely something you want for UK autumn winters because it rains non-stop. The quilted style is kind of casual, so it makes a great dress down jacket, which I do love for my lifestyle. It's great for just going on walks, just running errands, that kind of thing. But I also think this looks really great dressed up with a pair of heeled boots and a slightly more put together outfit. It kind of gives an element of contrast dressing because of the casual and dressy elements. And I do think that adds quite a lot of dimension and a bit of personal style to an outfit. I also love the fact that it's collarless. as well. I think when I was looking for a quilted jacket, it took me quite a while to find one because a lot of the ones that I was seeing, none of them were really jumping out to me. The practicality element was there, but there was nothing that really felt like something I would love to wear for a bunch of different occasions. But when I saw the collarless element, I loved that because that's kind of something I always look out for when I'm shopping. I do have quite a basic casual style, but I always look out for those details, those kind of elevated parts of a piece that just make it jump out and just make it look not necessarily more expensive, but sometimes that, but also just a little bit different. So that's why I love this jacket so much and it's become such a go-to for me. And lastly, I have my Nike Cortez trainers in this khaki green color. And a pair of colourful chunky trainers is something that I always have in my autumn winter wardrobe. Trainers just suit my lifestyle very well. I wear them all the time, obviously very comfortable, very stylish. I just love trainers. You will most likely find me in trainers. And when it comes to autumn winter dressing, I usually like to switch out my white kind of like canvas style trainers. For example, I have a pair of the Veja Campos, which I love in the summer. I think they work really well with more lightweight outfits, just very seamless with dresses, that kind of thing. That's usually my go-to, but in the autumn winter, I love having something that's a bit chunkier and something with a pop of colour. That's kind of my main driving factor of trainers at this time of year. As I've sort of talked about in this video, a lot of the time autumn winter outfits can become a little bit repetitive, a bit boring. The darker colours, the constant knit wearing jeans, I do love those things and I know you guys do too, but when the winters are so long here, sometimes you just get bored of those outfits. So I always like to have more fun accessories that just jazz an outfit up, just give it a bit of life, and I feel like the colourful trainers do that. So that is everything in my autumn winter capsule collection. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful when it comes to collecting your own capsule pieces. I hope it's given you a bit of guidance and inspiration. I know I've talked a little bit about personal style in this video, which I think sometimes can be quite daunting and quite difficult to establish. I know I've definitely found it quite difficult to figure out what my personal style is over the years, but I think it doesn't have to be clever. It takes a while to figure out, but I think you just have to ask yourself, what kind of things do you like to wear? What fashion suits your lifestyle? What do you feel comfortable in? And that is a really good place to start. But if you guys want me to make any other videos on personal style, then please do let me know in the comments because I'd be really happy to elaborate on some of those points. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Everything will be in the description box as always, and I will see you guys shortly for my next video. Bye!